This is Klaus Floyd's voice. Say something so I don't have to sound check.
Blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, me. Klaus Floyd.
Okay. What do you think your position of the dead Kennedys is?
A bass player.
Good. Good.
If you can just write the letter saying
I'm going to copy this on.
I will not guarantee it.
We're going to copy this. We're going to copy this.
catch you later.
Okay. Okay, this is an interview with Jello Biafra with Bloody Mess and Eric. Okay, you go first. No, okay, wait, I'm going to go first. Can I ask you, okay, I read this somewhere. You ran for mayor of San Francisco. You placed 4th. What were your platforms that you used there to place 4th out of 10?
I was basically just a magnet for everybody who wanted to vote as a protest against the lack of choice of the more highly financed candidates and stuff, because it was like a contest between Dianne Feinstein, who's kind of like Margaret Thatcher or something. I really was shocked when I found out she was a Democrat, but then again, so was Jean Kirkpatrick until a few years ago. Anyway, let's see, what was it? Banning cars from the city limits of San Francisco, making the police run for re-election, voted on by the neighborhood state patrol, legalizing squatting in buildings left vacant by people for tax write-off purposes. There's whole office buildings that are empty in a town with a housing shortage. Oh, let's see, erecting statues of Dan White in shopping malls and raising money for the Parks Department by selling tomatoes and eggs and rocks to throw at them. Get rid of the city budget deficit by hiring laid-off city employees as panhandlers on a 50% commission and sending them all into Pacific Heights, which was where the mayor lives.
So do you vote to this day?
I have stopped voting. I've just been too disgusted with the phony democracy we have now to vote. It's it's basically what we have, especially at the national level, is almost a phony two-party system where you have the people who are blatantly out to rip everyone off, and then you have the people who are out to rip everyone off but feel guilty about it. And so essentially what you get is Democrats and Republicans with many of the same financial backers. People like ITT and the oil companies who put a large amount of money into both to ensure that both sides owe them favors and will be working for them rather than for who quote-unquote voted for them. Democracy is for those who can afford it.
I was going to ask you a question before you said that. How political are you? But I guess you just answered it. You just spewed out all that.
It depends on what you mean by political. That's a really vague term.
When you think, okay, who's a guy who knows a lot and really knows what he's talking about? You think Joe, because you read. Yeah, who's the guy that you love to hate?
In some ways, his very existence is political, I suppose.
GG? Yeah. What do you think about him? I want to put this in a record for my zine. He's really a big fan of Jello. He's like, tell Jello, wear my shirt, tell Jello you know me. He did, 2 nights ago. He's like, tell Jello.
G.G. Allen, that guy from New Hampshire who was banned from almost everywhere in Boston and whatnot. Really? New Hampshire's banned. Kind of like Iggy Pop crossed with William Loeb, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just like a huge bass player. We want to open for you guys sometime soon. That would be a good show.
I'll say this though, believe it or not, G.G. Allen had a lot of female fans before he came out with "I Want to Rape You."
Hey, when he was at my apartment, he fucked 3 in a row, man. And he was shitting all over himself.
Just figured, we'll see.
So what now? Since that "I Want to Rape You" bullshit, he's like gone down a little in the female occupancy.
Well, as I say, even some of the more dogmatic political men and women in the Bay Area always kind of have a soft spot in their heart for G.G. Allen because he was just so extreme.
Still is, man. Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question a little off the subject here. I know that you've been asked this before, and one time you answered you hadn't formed a position on that subject at vivisection. Do you have any comments or any, thoughts?
Well, it should be pretty obvious that there's other ways to accomplish a lot of that, especially when we wind up grinding up rabbit's eyes so people can make their faces pretty. I think that's a little out of hand. My energy goes more into fighting things like torture of political prisoners, police brutality, and the like. That's just like you can't cover everything, and human rights are a little closer to my heart than animal rights, but that does not mean I'm pro-vivisection in any way. The one thing I wouldn't want to see is scientists and the government deciding that, well, instead of animals, why don't we experiment on prisoners instead? Which would immediately mean experiments on political prisoners.
Yeah, but a lot of
Germany.
a lot of yeah, and a lot of the experiments that they're doing on animals, really don't need to be done, but they do them anyways.
Just like surgery on human beings by the American Medical Association.
Well, some human beings, if somebody needs a heart bypass, they're going to do it. But a rabbit does not have to have his eyes
There's also
cut out.
evidence that only 1 in 5 people who have a heart bypass operation actually need the damn thing.
Well, there's evidence that no animals need to be cut off.
It goes back to you create your own
Fine.
reality, man.
Okay.
I agree. Okay.
This is one of the, what else?
I know this has been said before, and it's probably. I want to talk a little about your wedding in the cemetery, even though it's over now and stuff.
I'm not going to talk about that.
Well, a friend of mine was
That's
there,
gossip.
John Swine.
That's gossip. I don't want to deal with that. That's boring.
You married?
I'm not sure, but I'm not
sure?
going to get into that.
Okay. Off the subject.
You know, like Hinckley or anybody?
No.
Yeah, I know Hinckley.
You write to him?
He's in my museum. He's got a big thing about him. And stuff. He writes to me. He's like, he's getting married and stuff now. He's
Oh,
married
my
behind
God.
me. He's got a wife that's institutionalized, like right next to his cell.
Wow.
He's married now. He put some letters in my magazine.
How long until making my gun?
They call it chained puppy love, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
How long until making my
Oh, you made it. Get in okay?
I had to tell him I was my cousin.
I'm his
It wasn't
cousin.
any supposed to be on our guest list.
All right. No, we got in front.
Okay.
It was a question of getting back here.
Yeah, you were on it too, actually. But,
yeah?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let anybody on our guest list back here.
They wouldn't let me back
there he is.
for the longest time.
Uncle's afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
can't.
saw you at the Father's Day Mondo in Indiana, and we had a big dispute about this.
Well, I
Doc,
was
you're available or now?
You guys did a really good set. You got that audience provoked to the point of...
This is a big argument about it.
Yeah. Father's Day Mondo, Indianapolis.
I'm trying to think what else.
One more question.
Buddy, can you think of one more question real quick?
Can we finish part 2, maybe, possibly afterwards?
Maybe possibly
You're
after.
going to do partying after the show?
What?
You're going to do partying after the show? You drink
Probably not. I usually go to sleep.
after the shows?
Yeah, I don't drink at all on tour.
really?
Slows me down.
There goes all the rumors I've heard.
Because, it's what... You drink a lot before you do what I do on stage. You're hungover in 20 minutes. Because everything moves so
Hey, I'm
fast.
in bad feeling how it goes. You're just like slow down. You're thinking, I wish I wouldn't have drank that much.
How's the release of Frankenquist coming? Because it hasn't gotten here yet.
Well, there's one upstairs.
Can we buy one right now?
No, I've only got one.
got one? Are you gonna
In other
sell
words,
it?
it's going to be out in 2 or 3
Are you
days.
selling them downstairs?
No, I have one personal one. Those are out at the booth.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for part 1, and we'll try to find you later for part 2.
Okay.